Okay, let's get the stream started, sorry. We're booting up Skyrim, there it goes. Skissy's just closed, so that's all good. So, my goal this time is to dump the vast majority of my crap at that museum. Assuming the elf who runs it, Auryen, does not want me to get another fucking artifact. You know, when you have oh, that's ironic. The ad I got is a Switch ad, which, guess what, consists, like, mostly just advertises Skyrim of all things. Because, of course, you know, and it's not just the Nintendo Switch who's using Skyrim in their advertising. I've seen it in the PS4 Pro ads as well. So I found it kind of funny that a game that was 6 years old a few days ago is still being used as a poster child for a console. I find that quite funny. It's still being used in ads now. Speaking of Skyrim, it's finally loaded. I also realised why things seem super spongy. I looked in the values, it's too much effort to reduce. But the reason I think it was seeming particularly spongy for stream is because she hasn't actually upgraded any of her weapons, so they're all base, which is crap. I'm pretty sure on my main level 80, which I was doing some testing on, there was a weapon that did about 33 damage. This is without like having special smithing gear. Just smithing it took it up to over 100 damage. The fact that I haven't done that probably is why everything's so weak. So, oh yes, I was also at the Shrine of Boethia because I needed those booties. And you don't want to stick to that because it sticks you like glue. It's not good. I'm not sure if it does with player, but I know it does to NPCs. So,
a well-placed word or a well-placed dagger?
I prefer a well-placed bolt, arrow, or sword, or hammer, or mace, or pretty much anything other than dagger, actually. But as you can see, I'm going back. I'm going to take the cart. I always end up going around in circles. I mean, there's just something about Skyrim that's really nice. It encourages exploration, and it's huge. Okay, it's not Oblivion huge, but I think in terms of actually stuff to do, places to explore, yes, the actual exterior world is smaller in Skyrim, yes, but compared to Oblivion, Oblivion's technically larger. It's about 1.5 to 2 times larger. Oh, courier.
Something I'm supposed to deliver.
Rallis, I'm guessing, or inheritance.
Another letter from
Rallis.
He's starting to scare me a little. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Actually, since I'm just going to buy the farm because, well, I bought them before it crashed, so I don't want food. Food is useless to me. I have enough of it as is. Oh, chicken's eggs could be useful now. I'll send the twins regardless. That way when I buy an inn, I get money. More monies. So I can buy more property. So, do I pay for Yalland or do I just use my own? Just use my own. Why would I ever pay for something? I put it here deliberately so it would never be in the way. Because I could have moored it up to the docks, but I don't want it clashing with anything, so I dumped it in a place where it's still accessible from Windhelm, because that's the bridge, without getting in the way too much. Really I should have put the teleport marker instead of in the bottom, but up here. But I think I did it down there because of follower issues, because otherwise the followers would sort of get stuck. You don't want them getting stuck on the other side because they might not find a way out. I mean, it is fully nav meshed. It does have follow and nav meshing, but it's probably not the most optimum nav mesh because I'm not very good with nav meshing. You can see the Hand of Azura, which was made by request, to be honest. Someone requested that one. And that was before I really knew anything about Dunmer, so it's sort of what I saw on Raven Rock was basically my only influence. Speaking of, Raven Rock has crafting facilities. Full crafting facilities.
Last time I rode Jalen's ship, I was heaving my guts for a week. Dunmer weren't meant to ride on water.
No, they're supposed to go through small streams on the back of silt striders. That's how Dunmer is supposed to travel. Or riding a netch, I think that works too. As you can see, it doesn't particularly do much on that, but let's just get a Bloodscale Blade. It goes from 50... Yeah, it does go up. And that only because it goes to Flawless rather than Legendary. That almost... Yeah, I buffed a Champion's Cudgel, so it was actually useful. What else? Dawnfang. I already improved Dawnfang? I must have got better at the smithings. Because Legendary isn't the best, Legendary does have better upgrades. That's upgraded to max. I don't have the ectoplasms. But looks like I don't have the frost salts for that. It's a really weird arrangement. That's actually a really good hammer, but I'm gonna give it to the museum because it's special. Where did I pick that up? I don't even remember where I picked that up. Umbra's still OP though. Let's make Umbra even more OP. I thought Ignor's Battle Axe was Woofrad, but probably had two. I mean, what's a Nor without two weapons? I say I technically can increase them, but I want my template stuff. I don't know why I've never done this before. I mean, it gets rid of some of my many Dragon Bones, which I've got way too many of. Way too many of. Oh yeah, it technically has armor value, so yes, it can be upgraded. Why would I want to improve that? Yes, apparently skull booties count as armor. I always thought they were clothing. The vastly improved visage of Mazund. Doesn't actually have its own unique armor items. It might do in the most recent version of Legacy of the Dragonborn. It might actually have that. But I'm not installing that for one good reason. It requires fresh saves, and by requires I mean requires. Previously, you just had to you could always clean your saves, which is what I've always done. But that one, the newest version, which he says is the Ice Cream Assassin says is the final version, but I don't believe him. He said V16 was the final version. Well, it's on V19 now, so hardly, not really. You know, but it's undergone core changes. Hell, it's even been packed into a BSA, which I think is part of Special Edition support. I'm pretty sure it's got Special Edition support now, because Special Edition now actually has script extender. So I might actually begin my process of porting to Special Edition. Hello, Rallis.
Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't see you quite so
But you
soon.
sent a note for me.
Yes, well, the mercenaries did their jobs. I feel like we've done this before. You go make the Draugr dead again, and I'll keep the rest of these Enwas from running off.
I don't quite know what Enwa translates to, but I believe it is a particularly colourful Dark Elf insult. I think it translates to the likes of fuckers or something like that.
Who can?
I believe it's a particularly colourful one. I don't quite know. You can probably ask someone who's a bit more versed in Dunmer culture, or just check up UESP, because I believe it is a particularly strong one. You know, I don't think they're reserved. I think they're very open with how they feel about you. Oh, you Oblivion. At least when he bumped into me, he noticed me. Unlike Oblivion, where they would bump into you and never notice you. Ever. There's always 15 billion Draugr. I say the Death Lords are just where it gets ridiculous. I mean, look, the vanilla Skyrim max level one is about, in addition to leveled health, has an additional about 1,000 health extra. The immersive creatures ones can go up to about 15,000, like 1,400 health extra. I think some actually went up to 2,000. Wow, he did not pay these guys enough, like at all. Oh, I think I can get the word out now. Nope, not quite. No, I think if you're a bit smaller you might be able to, but I'm not exactly small, am I? Oh no! The Draugr! I thought the miners didn't die this time. Oh, I probably should have gone through the proper way, shouldn't I? Because there's going to be Draugr. Sponge mode, engage! I don't know why and it is vanilla Skyrim is specifically Draugr that are really spongy. I don't know what it is about them, they are just so spongy. I just don't quite know what it is about them. For some reason, it like spongier than things that should, you know, like I believe that the high-level Draugr, like the default Death Lords, take more of a beating than fucking mammoths do, and mammoths are designed to be like really high health. Also, I have lost the sweet spot. Anyway. Oh yes, because it's right in the middle, and I was thinking it was a bit further right. Ugh, derp. There we go. Ew. Not what I expected. I expected Draugr, not horrible spider things. Oh, best booby trap ever. Didn't stop me looting your shit, did it, Ancient Nords? Ooh, an Emerald Geode. Wait, why the hell do I want gems? OCD. Did that honestly not notice me? Okay, I'm just going to ignore that. Oh, it killed on their own. That's kind of embarrassing. That is really quite embarrassing. The trap that was supposed to kill me ended up killing them. Now, the boulder traps can actually be deadly because of weird... Well, they just do havoc damage, and everyone knows havoc damage is a bit random. And yes, this does go through walls. Sponge mode, engage! Oh, Lord. Well, it's only an ice after that. Or frost after that. Oh, I did a backward side power attack. Oopsie. The hell? Did it go backwards? Did it just bounce off me? And this is why Draugr are so annoying. I mean, what's funny is this, the hulking Draugr don't actually take that much beating. Considering they're supposed to be the highest level vanilla Draugr, they're including DLC, of course, no DLC only, but considering they're supposed to be like the highest level, they don't really take that much of a beating. Especially when compared to like the Hordes of Deathlords you can get. How do I get through there? Oh, that's a shortcut. I must have missed my bit of loot. Or is there actually not a bit of Azidal's crap here, or did I send it flying? I mean, I'm sure that Colburn Guard isn't supposed to be there. No, don't tell me I sent it flying. I think I sent it flying. No, no, no! Woo! More fake cards! I've never once found a full set! I can see the ring, but I can't get at the ring. And if I send it flying, I will never ever find it, so... I don't think these do anything. You know what? I'm cheating. I don't know if this unlocks later. Or what unlocked? If I find it, I don't know where to switch the doors. I mean, it could just be this tiny little thing that I haven't seen. I'm not spotted because I'm not very good at finding these things. I mean, theoretically, it is a ring. I have a very long, pointy sword. I'm sure, and a couple of embalming tools. I'm sure I could sort of strap them together and finger it out. There's my explanation of how I got it. You know, it is possible to stick a sword with an embalming tool taped to the end, using a bit of string from a dead Draugur's clothes. It is possible. So that's my justification. Well, Rallis will be pleased that the next batch of Draugr are dead, and how much money will he demand this time? Because he will demand money. He always demands money. It's all he does is demand money. But I don't know how. I think 10,000 maybe.
Well, good. I think we're almost to the bottom of the bag. We've developed quite the
5,000.
I know, you could almost buy a house.
You can buy a house for that in Whiterun.
We've got quite the reputation.
What's funny is, look, a local...
And coin is the only counterweight for... Have you got the money? Good, good. This time I'll spring for some more experienced muscle. That should do.
I think the muscle will die again. Oh. Ash Hunter. Yeah, some Rallis engages with pickaxes. One of them is enchanted, so it does loads of damage. These things are unnecessarily bloaty. Unfortunately, I can't fix that without going through like 1,000 records, and I'm not particularly enticed with the idea of doing that. Like, why are these things so OP? Oh, they shouldn't be. Oh, good smash. What the? The fuck just happened? The fuck just happened?
Look, this can be a slow business.
I don't know what just happened. Oh, hello Fire Melon T7. Yes, yes, you're funny saying test and then ickles. Well done. Are you compensating for the fact that your pair's tiny? I don't know if, for some reason I think that affects men. I don't know. I don't know what men do with them. I know they produce semen and that's about it. That's about all I ever want to know about them. Oh, I think they also produce some of the... Oh, I know what this is. Escape route from the dungeon. Complete with niche. Oh yes, the wereskeever. The one thing you don't want to run into when you're escaping from jail is an enemy with incredibly bloated health. I say I could universally remove the health. That's the only way to do it quickly. But it will be a tedious process to actually just nerf specific things. Or just reduce it. See? Prison exit. You know, it's something most people won't know exists, because like escaping from prison is actually not worth it. You know, all it does is lose accumulated skill. You can't actually lose skills you already got, so it's kind of pointless. To escape from jail. You bet, you know, if you've done like a massive murder spree and got like a bounty of like 20,000, you're probably better off just going to jail. It'll actually be cheaper. It's not like Oblivion where you lost skill. To be honest, actually in Oblivion that could be helpful because you could use it to abuse levels. I don't think I've ever been up this end. Oh no! Ashbourne! At least it gave me some ebony. I don't think I've ever been up here. No, nothing special. I was hoping there'd be something special. I'm a little disappointed that there's nothing special, actually. I mean, there's some Heartstone deposits, but Heartstones are kind of pointless. Unless you want to be... unless you're maging. And even then, they're kind of pointless. But let's mine some anyway. I have speed miners, not like mining's a chore anymore. Oh no, more Heartstones. Oh no. Why? See, these aren't like bloated health, like super bloated health. It's only like the higher level stuff that's got really, really bloated health, and this is really, really green. Like, how the moss can grow in all the ash, I don't quite know. Anyway, let's get out of this dungeon escape. Which apparently is a little ancient Nord ruin. Inside this funky arrangement. Which looks manufactured. So I don't know if it's natural or weird manufacturing they've done to do. Because there's a lot of it. But it's got nice, neat little ridges. So, is it manufactured? Is it just this weird wall that they've done, you know, really quick and easy wall that they've done looking erect? Because it definitely looks manufactured, it doesn't look natural. If it was just straight columns, then maybe it could be natural, but with these little bits here, they strike me as not really very natural.
There's nothing beyond the boulder, except wild noise.
And snow, there's also snow. And crazy Telvanni, but why you would want to stop people going out, so why don't you just say crazy Telvanni?
Since my mother died. I don't think he ever wanted.
You got a good thing going. I've always had a steady stream of work. However, I've seen the smile on people's
Buy some of my shit.
It's pretty much anything to suit your needs.
I can sell all but one of those. I'm sure I can sell one of these ancient Nord pickaxes. I'm sure I can sell all but one of those. Don't really use the bow anymore. So all of those. I'll probably pick up some more on the way back. Don't think it takes enchanted shit. Why I have 3 copies of Stormfang, I still don't know. Wait, I know what I could sell. Damn it! He doesn't take my fucking dragon bones! No! Am I cursed to have these heavy things for the rest of my life? Why does no one take my dragon bone? Like, no one wants it.
Bring your weapons and armor to me.
General store. They'll take them.
It's busier now. See for yourself.
You'll take my dragon bones, right? Right? Yes, take these things. They're so heavy. Take my dragon bones. I don't want them. I've stopped wanting them.
If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
You know what? I have no idea how to get rid of those dragon bones. Gallery will take them. There we go. Gallery will take them now. And I've lost some dragon bone weight. No, I did not place that there. It's, you know, expanded towns and cities I don't think did either because it's clashing with something they added. So it might be another mod that adds that there. I don't know why any mod would add a little boat there because it doesn't have to serve like any practical purpose. But who knows? It might be legacy. It might be related to legacy. I don't know. It might be doing an official patch and disabling it. Although I don't know why it's there. Let's use a ready room now. Go back to Solitudes. Solstheim. Skyrim. Crippling addiction to hand cream. There we go. Oh, I also know what that beacon does now. The Picky's beacon I found a few streams back. I know what it does now. It's not a displayable relic, it's a functional relic. It allows you to summon your airship at any of its predestinationed locations. Oh, what depressing weather. Skyrim needs rain to water crops. Dragonborn says no. I like the weather clear.
Look!
Rain be gone. Now to make it sunny and not overcast. Another blast the heavens. And there, Skyrim is pretty again. Yeah, it's a bit over. You know, it's not the nicest day, but it'll do. I don't think you can change that. But it will do. Dragon riding it pretty much never ever works. I think I got it working once, and let's just say it was less than impressive. It was pretty pathetic, actually, in that it was useless. I think the only interesting feature about it is that if you fast travel while on a dragon, the dragon takes you to where you're going and then dumps you. Teleports, I believe. I don't think it actually flies though. It's not like Fallout 4's vertibird fast travel. Yeah, that was a more useful system. In that worked if you didn't want to quick travel. You know, fast travel, quick travel, whatever. Oh. And these all respawn, so it's like an infinite supply of butterflies. And moths. I didn't... Oh. Oh, I actually forgot to unmute the music. Derp. That's why I've been playing Skyrim in silence. Derp. I actually forgot to unmute it. I am brilliant at this. If I didn't sleep in it, I'd probably forget to put my bra on every day. No, I probably wouldn't. That's a comfort thing. If you tell me to get another fucking artifact.
Very good. And in excellent
Oh god!
it seems.
He does.
Wonderful. Another item I'd like you to procure is a single... My research indicates that the sum of the coins may have been paid as a tithe or offering during the burial of Ingvild. I would check his tomb first.
You fucker. You know, he wants me, you know, acquisition of displays. I want loads and loads and loads and loads of crap for him, and he doesn't want it. He wants a fucking coin. I have 4 ancient coins. Why can't you just take one of them? I'll go get that later. I say, the old quest was just one item, and, well, kind of ridiculously easy. Hell, I think the really old quest was you just, you know, the older old quest, you pretty much just sort of walked up and said, I'll be your relic collector, and as long as you had one with you, it was fine. Now he wants you to get specific shit, which I'm sure is different every time. I'm going to remember to stick my music back up now. I'm sure if I'd gone in the pubs I would have noticed.
Youngest bard at the Bard's College.
Oh no, not the Bard's College. Okay, where am I going for Auryen this time? Okay, up near Dawnstar. No, actually Dawnstar's not that bad to get away from. That's not Kaid.
Pardon.
That's Svar. Alright. Okay. I'm confused. Moving on. I think me being confused about the weird shit that goes on in Skyrim. I mean, granted, I'm a sharkling, so of course I'm gonna be a bit weird. It's like Auryen does not want me to actually give him shit. Like, at all. He does not want it at all.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling.
Howling, yes.
Need a ride?
How he hears it.
Where do you want to go?
We're not even anywhere remotely
Climb
near
and back and we'll be
Whiterun.
Couldn't ask for better weather.
Yes, thanks to me. I made the weather nice. Oh, Vampire Lord, you look so ridiculous. And that's with the accessories. I don't think your player gets the cape at all. Hell, I'm not sure if Harkin particularly gets the cape, because I think it was kind of a physics error. Because Skyrim doesn't have jiggle-bone technology. Fallout 4 does. Quite a few. Some of the longer hair options have it, some of the longer coat options have it, and it does sort of improve it a bit, but... Henry Alex Starship. Unfortunately, it's a bit disappointing. I mean, there's a model seam I've never noticed before, but the interior is really disappointing. Because it obviously wasn't on this, it was just a model's resource that expanded towns and cities used. Sky Oblivion will have the whole things. The whole thing. It seems to be riding quite high. But there's a hand of Azura. Might as well mark the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary while I'm here. Nirnroot spotted. Don't really want to go out bothering with Nirnroot. Hawkers. The most least dangerous thing in Skyrim. To be honest, if you get hit by a Hawker, you sort of deserve what you get. Because it's Hawkers. They're the slowest thing in Skyrim. They make a Protectron look fast. And as anyone who's played Fallout knows, Protectrons ain't fast. Like, at all. They are like the slowest moving thing there is, and Hawkers are even slower. And you spend the rest of your life trying to wait for a Hawk to cross the world. Why did the Hawk cross the road? Because it wanted to create a traffic jam. Yeah, I just told her why did the X cross the road joke. I know, I'm ashamed. I think this is the correct barrow. That pirate camp. Can I kill something? Shark is itching for blood. Yeah, and I think... I don't know what happened, but I think the crossbow bone got a bit messed up. Because it just attached... It clearly is attached to my weapon bone. Because look how it... Jiggling in perfect symphony with my sword. Oh no, this is just a crash ship. Hala's Folly. Might be something worth having in this one. Swim, swim, swim. Can't drown, so I don't know why I surfaced. And how my lamp works. My lamp is a sealed unit. It is the only watertight thing in Skyrim. Really? Oh, there must be... There it is. There's a lock chest. You know, something in here. No, broke the lock. At least you can't break locks. Ew, cut of spiders. Oh yeah, that's another thing the Legacy update, you know, complete rebuild did, was change the way the card swapper guy worked. So hopefully he might actually be able to do something. I won't ever know because I won't use it because I'm not going to re-roll my level 80 for any reason. And my 500 plus hours in Skyrim should probably constitute about 300 off them. I'm not re-rolling it. Oop, I'm going to climb to the barrow and I will not let this little mountain beat me. I will beat the mountain even if even when it's trying. The only way it can beat me is when it's anti-vertical. When it's got an inverse angle. Anything greater than 90 degrees I can't climb. Ow. I'm also acutely aware that the company's going to change my car's tyres today, but between, their original estimate was between 8 AM to 8 PM. Now it's today, they've given us a more conservative estimate of 10:45 to 2:45. I expect 2:45 on the dot. I'm suspicious there must be something around here to leave a potion of stamina lying around. There it is, there's the obligatory Draugr. Always more Draugr. And yes, elven bolts are basically firing a mace. Look at them. So not graceful at all. Oh no. And yes, that you did see that right, there is no space, which means that the ammo object you pick up and the ammo that you actually have are totally different entities. I think that's just a shortcut way out.
What was that?
Oh, ghosts. How do bolts get stuck in ghosts? Who knows? Oh no, I didn't get my bolts back. Got my bolts back from that Draugr. Stuck in that sallow skin. One dead Draugr later. I must have missed part 1. I'm not going to read the thing. You can, if you want to read it, you can play the game, play Skyrim for yourself. And that's a vanilla thing. It doesn't even require more, so it's even as playable on console. Oh! Oh! Where did I get blasted to? It's hard to know when you get hit by this radar. This is vanilla level of spongy, by the way. And you can get entire dungeons full of them, which is why the Draugr are particularly annoying. No, I don't want to do more shit. No, I don't want to do more shit. Oh no. Did I miss one? I'll go back. Yep, I missed one. Yeah, I missed the journal one. Maybe that was in that thing I thought was a shortcut. Assuming I can get back out. Yes, there's a little very, very tight path. And by very tight, I mean like emergency tight. Oh, there's your ghost. There's something spectral around. Golden dead drop. How much flesh do I have to peel away for that? I mean, it could be worse. It could be like Oblivion, where it was open corpse. That always made me laugh on console when it was open corpse. You know, because it wasn't search corpse like Skyrim is. Because I'm pretty sure Skyrim was search even on console, but Oblivion was open. Any container on console, and it was really bad because it came up with things like, obviously, as like open corpse, or you know, it was always like really, really bad. Not sure that's the best way to use a sword. Mace? Hammer? Maybe even an axe? Yes, but sword? Really? Just give him a good smack. Well, now we can go into the deeper dungeon. I didn't realise there was a little quest to collect them. Oh yeah, one thing to note about the unofficial patch that's really quite handy. You'll see that axe reminded me. The unofficial patch makes it so that every time an enemy dies, they keep their weapons on them rather than the weapon coming off, which vanilla would lead to, in places where you killed a lot of enemies for, well, very large numbers of enemies, weapons, like when you had a Civil War battle, for example. When you went back to the fort, there would just be covered in like low-grade swords, shields, axes, etc. Just absolutely covered in them, because they never went away. I was expecting that to be booby-trapped. Well, we now have an eerie brass token. Will Auryen finally let me dump my shit in his museum, or... Oh look, there's an unusual gem. I'm not wasting bolts on you. I don't think the ghost is supposed to say that word. Now we can leave and then go back to the museum. No, I think that's just a collection of corpses. Nah, nothing good on them. This is the shortcut. Spectral Fort? Yes, I am a shark person. It's a mod. You can get one with more realistic, with smaller, more realistic eyes, but At the time, this was the only choice, and to be honest, I kind of prefer these big, cute eyes. So, I did have to make quite a few changes to get it to work, though. For example, it had a edited vanilla skeleton, which is anyone who uses it, like anything that requires custom skeletons knows is useless. So I had to manually create the skeleton. Basically, I just copy and pasted everything special about the head to ensure that, well, the little head fins have jiggle bones on them. You know. So, yeah, just look, they sort of wiggle a bit, but yeah. I was kind of I just sort of looked for it on a whim. Because I do think they're cute. I do quite like shark people. But, I sort of looked for it on a whim, and guess what? Found it! I was actually very surprised to find it, to be honest, Spectral Fort. It wasn't something I expected to find. On the Nexus, of all places. I didn't expect it to have any existence, and yet there it was. So, it's kind of unusual. I guess, it's sort of based on the Argonian skeleton, and with the whole tail mechanic. And weirdly, no, I did not give it a swimming bonus, speed bonus, which would have made sense. Back to Solitude, so Auryen can bitch at me to go get another item. Ooh, gold. Oh, Speed Mine, what would I ever do without you? Oh yeah, make you. Ow. Oh, I know what I can do. It'll get me closer to Solitude. I think it has to be in a safe bed, but I'll try one of these bed cots anyway. Oh, there is some at. Look through it. You'll find if you look through the werewolf, there's a lot of werewolf places. There's Spectral Fort. In fact, I will show you the one I have. Mine's a universal one. It would require a bit more editing to make it less than universal, but this is. I have this as my female one. It's from the Immersive Creatures bundle, so. And basically, anything on the werewolf skeleton that you can find, which is basically anything with this sort of shape, can be used as a replacer. You can have. I know there's Daedra-off ones, which are basically big crocodiles. Again, Immersive Creatures has one of those, so you can just rip it off there, but you'd have to make your own sort of thing to make it so it's specific. I don't think werewolf's specific to race. So you'd have to make it specific to gender or work out your own way of giving your Argonian a special werewolf transformation power. Basically copy and paste the werewolf power and make it call it like werewolf Argonian or something. I don't know, there might already be a mod for it. I don't particularly want to go into town like this, so I was just showing it off rather than actually using it. There we go, and now I'll be butt naked, because always are. So, why did I go potions? Dragon Plate, legendary. Gauntlet. Always have a helmet, hide helmet. Actually, better equip the shield while I'm thinking about it. So when I decide to use my sword. As you can see, shield on back, that was something I had to manually make for this race. There was at one point someone who was developing a dragon race, a sort of humanoid dragon race, but it never really came to much. Oh, since I'm here.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
The museum is opening, Medina.
Where is Silas? Like, where is it?
And here comes my first visitor.
Oh, he's under his house. Oh.
And here you are. Good. Come in. Let's talk. And your loss. But if you change your mind, I'll be here.
And yes, you can buy his house with real estate.
Feel free to look around.
Never make the charge high because they'll attack you on sight. But the beauty of this is I can steal. I have to steal these books. But you can come back, do that later. It's easier when he's not around.
Awaited his followers when they died. That they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side.
It's pretty much the only links to Oblivion you ever get. Oh, just give me a.
Did you have any questions?
Just give me a job.
One of these groups. That was almost 150 years ago. At least two of the owners, Gunzel and here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. Did you try the grip? Isn't it? Here's your... We just need the pommel and the shards of the blade now.
So I can loot this when he dies in the quests. So... Yeah, I did notice Wereshark in the lore. It is kind of a thing. I don't know whether it was just a joke, because it is mentioned in one of the like lore books, so it is there. Yeah, Spectral Fall. Yeah, it's like Argonian makes sense not to be a wolf. It's just I think it was only wolf because they didn't want to model 3 different ones. It's like it's kind of an unusual one, but I'm sure there's mods out there that make it race specific. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to do. I need an inn and an owned bed. Inns provide owned beds. Yes! I have enough money for the inn. I now own the inn. I always make them pay low so they like me. That and I don't really need money.
I've got to get out of this town.
Need a room? Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Yeah, I don't need no nightmares. The shit I've seen.
Please tell her, Erander.
You know, the shit Skyrim player character sees, you kind of...
They are just dreams.
Oh wait, no, I haven't had the... Oh, I don't... I'm sure I killed... Oh yes, I haven't talked to Aretino. That's what triggers it.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Oh, I was thinking I could get... We start the Dark Brotherhood quest line, but I forgot you actually have to talk to Aretino to trigger it. You know, otherwise you're just a random murderer who killed Grelod. I mean, who wouldn't kill Grelod? The kids want you to kill Grelod. Look, just remember the way they celebrate. Well, the creative magics, you know, sort of... Magic in Skyrim, I understand why it's more limited, in that Nords don't really practice magic and sort of hate it. It was the magic in Oblivion, for example, was a lot more interesting. Saying Morrowind was ridiculous, some of the stuff you could do. Levitation in particular was beyond broken and hilariously stupid. In that you could just effectively fly. I say, if you want creative magic, Oblivion has a bit more than Skyrim, and, well, Morrowind has a lot more with shit like levitation. Skywind's coming... You know, Skywind is coming. I'm pretty sure that's bringing back all the weird shit from Morrowind in magic. Oh, you're on top of the mountain. So I'm sure that'll bring... As for Elder Scrolls 6, it would be nice if they did that, but I doubt they will. It's a lot of effort, considering I think a large number of players are, well, human or elf. I don't think people tend to play the Beast race as much. I do, but that's just me. I quite like the Beast race. My main Oblivion is big-ass Argonian, for example. Yeah, the magic making from Oblivion was funny. Because you could just create such broken spells. I mean, you know you can actually kill Mehrunes Dagon in Oblivion. With the right enchantment on a dagger, or I think the same enchantment on a particularly if you can spam your spell fast enough, I think you can do it with the same thing with a spell. Where you can actually kill Mehrunes Dagon. With just weird, combination, just this weird enchantment, you can actually kill Mehrunes Dagon, and it's funny because he just sort of melts. In fact, I have a screenshot of that, so... I just I just smacked him down, but I actually do have a screenshot of Mayroon's day on melted. It's like, there he goes. That's what happens when you kill him. He's not supposed to be able to die, but he can. It's like Oblivion was so broken. In such a funny way. That was what. Speaking of Oblivion, Sky Oblivion's going well, so should be able. Hope. You want no tail Argonians? Have a search on an Nexus spectral form. I'm sure you'll find some. I'm sure. I've seen some that I think that cut the tail off Argonians. I swear it. I swear I've seen them. Don't quite know the search parameters, but I know that they do exist. What's that marker? What's that? I'm just wondering what that marker is. Stolen books. That will look. Mage guilds. Can't be asked. Can't be asked with a mage guild. Not at the moment, anyway. I'll do it eventually, but it's not at the moment. I thought that was more of a cliff than it was. Oh, what's this? Wolf. Seems to be moving fast. Ew, spider. Nope, chorus hunter. I just saw it spit and assume the worst. Back here! I think this is actually right where the house gets built. I'm not sure, but I think this is where the half-fire house gets built. Or very close by, because that is quarried stone, and you don't tend to see that far away from the houses. So I think this is kind of where the house gets built. Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's flat. That's where the table goes. Yep, this is where your half-fire house gets built, and your little fisheries down here. To be honest, the tail doesn't clip too much, really. I mean, you know, it could be a lot worse. It could clip with a lot more. It just does look. The only thing it really clips with is chairs and armor. I mean, look how ungraceful that is coming out my butt. Ew, disgusting beasts. Just holster my sword, not draw it. And yes, it goes straight through my fin. That's just unnecessary clippage. Oh. You mentioned jumping. You mentioned jumping on water. I like jumping over walls. Oh yeah. I don't think Steam shows up in the... Derp. I don't think Steam shows up in the streams, does it? Derp, 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 derp. Yeah. But I actually once jumped over the wall. Like, no mods required. I jumped straight over the wall in Aidenhall, and it just came really loddy. I don't think the Steam overlay shows in the streams. I'm just being derpy. Yeah. Oblivion had a lot of good things, but also quite a few bad things. I think the combat was really clunky in Oblivion. I think it was that was the most painful part, because you just the total lack of stamina just made your weapons so useless. You were basically bow or magic or nothing, because well, when the most powerful weapon in the game does like the same damage as a bloody iron dagger, it starts getting a bit ridiculous. I personally modded that out. It does happen, I still drain stamina, my stamina comes back a bit faster, and more importantly, it doesn't cripple you as much. But yeah, it never did hold your hand up, I'll give it that. although you could cheat your way through Oblivion. If you spec yourself right, picking all skills that you would never ever use, like for example certain magic schools you just never wanted to use, and you could end up actually being like really like maxing out your skill, but still being at like level 1. It was really broken. The leveling is, I mean, Skyrim I think did the leveling right. It's not too, you know, it doesn't allow for stupid shit like that. Oh goddess, don't remind me of Morrowind's combat. I've heard enough of Morrowind's combat to know just how horrible it was. Swing, 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 miss, miss, miss. You hit something physically and it still doesn't hit. That's Morrowind. So I just can't get along with it at all. That's like, it's funny how each one has something, you know, so each Elder Scrolls game has its own thing that it's better at. Oh, I need to mute the music after stop them stupid dancing around. Just because I'm not sure if it's like copyright or not. No, that's wrong. I'm looking at display because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's one of the things I really didn't like about Out of Oblivion, to be honest, was that you kind of had to do specific skills to level up, and I didn't like that at all, because I think it strangled you into, you know, you could do everything, but no, you don't level up because you haven't bothered slashing millions of things, you haven't hit something 5 billion times with your sword. You know, it got actually quite grating. But I don't like playing specific things, especially considering in Oblivion you had to make, I ended up making my own custom class anyway, and what the fuck is he doing? Oh, Skyrim made a weird shit never end.
Oh, good. You are turning out to be quite the sound investment. I've gotten word that a
for the love of
Archivary relics was being transported. Among the items in the shipment were a number of perhaps you may come across some of them.
Can I just dump my shit here, please? I have a jade statue. Do I have to get a specific one? Why do you hate me, Auryen? Oh. Hey, K. Bennett. If you haven't played Oblivion, yeah, definitely play it. Get a few mods, though. You'll definitely want the texture, the HD texture packs, because, oh god, Oblivion did not age particularly well. Its models are fine. The models are actually pretty slick. I mean, they're not much different than this, to be honest, but the textures on them are horrendous. Also, if you ever want to play as a female, or don't want to see just like weird man-bodied women everywhere, and by man-bodied I mean like they suddenly gain like 50 pounds and become a man whenever they put heavy armor on, get one of the armor mods as well. Because I can't remember which one it is. I think it's HDEC. Someone's name, Eye Candy Body. I think that's the one that you know, that's sort of the one you want. It's worth playing. It's a bit clunky, but it's got its charm. And not just a "stop right there, criminal scum" guard lines. I mean, they're hilarious. The guard lines are priceless. They make Sky, you know, the guards were memes before Skyrim even Skyrim's guards were born. You know, it is definitely worth playing, K-Venice. Just don't expect it to be anywhere near as slick as Skyrim. I mean, get your acrobatics up and you can be running around like you're sprinting all the time. It's ridiculous. You know, it's not. You know, or you could just wait until the end of next year, roughly, when Sky Oblivion comes out. But you still need a copy of Oblivion for that to work. Legal issues and all that. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to Sky Oblivion more than Skywind. I mean, Skywind would be like a whole new game to me. But weirdly, it's Sky Oblivion I'll look forward to more because, well, oh, I played it on PS3. It actually, you know, that's my very first Elder Scrolls game was Oblivion on PS3. So there was nothing wrong with it. You want me to go to Markarth? All those horrible places for you to go. Markarth is one of them.
Ever been to Markarth?
I say, Scott.
Some say it was built by the dwarves.
I say,
Don't believe a word of it.
I'm eagerly waiting Sky Oblivion as well. I'm actually awaiting all 4 of these mod revival projects: a 2 for Skyrim and a 2 for Fallout 4. I say, with Morrowind, I just can't stand its systems and the fact that everyone looks like someone's taken a block and put it as their head. No matter, even with all the odds, I just can't get along with Morrowind at all. The half voiced, half not voiced also bugs the living shit out of me. It's like they couldn't decide if they want. They obviously didn't have the space to fully voice something, so I'd rather have it all silent than having it that awful teasing that they have a voice greeting but nothing else. I mean, I have come close to playing Oblivion. I have played more Oblivion. Don't recommend that. I can't recommend more Oblivion. It is such a mess. Oh, sorry. Pausing. Got it. Sorry about that. That was your aforementioned tyres. Oh! Spectral 4, I can agree fully on stating that Scott of Morrowind's story is superior. When it comes to gameplay, Skyrim is superior. When it comes to story and lore and background, nothing beats Morrowind. Oblivion, well, when it came to sheer laughs, I think Oblivion did pretty well. I mean, having Patrick Stewart voice the Emperor for about 5 minutes was always funny. Although I just can't help but seeing a red Starfleet uniform and half bald. I just can't help but seeing that whenever I hear that voice. Oh, there it is. You made me go all the way to Markarth for this. Yeah, Oblivion, it wasn't as good as Morrowind, the story. Let's be honest. It's better than Skyrim's. I think Skyrim's main story is a bit weak. But I think for exploration, I think nothing beats Skyrim. I mean, there's just so much to do. I mean, Morrowind was a more interesting world, and Skywind's going to be beautiful. I mean, I didn't think Oblivion had mods on Xbox. Although unless they've retrofitted it. If so, that's actually a good selling point. I just didn't think they did it. I know they've done it for Skyrim Special Edition, which yet to port to. Waiting for Skissy. I might eventually get around to it. I just liked it there. No, very.
Markarth, traveler. Safest city in the Reach.
Yes. Really? The Forsworn attacks say otherwise.
Where do you want to go?
Speaking of which, I can't even remember if I've done Forsworn Conspiracy.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Solitude's a big port town, you know. Full of sailors.
Oh no, he was talking about Oblivion, asking whether Bennett was asking. Kay Bennett was asking if he wanted to about Oblivion. Spectral thoughts. So yeah, but I say I think when it comes to playing Skyrim, PC, then Xbox One, then PS, whatever. The PS version it has mods, but does it really? I mean, no new assets means incredibly limited and pathetic mods. Probably still end up being better than sort of. I mean, you could do balancing mods, I guess, but that's about it. Yeah, I noticed that Spectrefort when I went back to play Oblivion like a few months ago. Actually, when I was first started these streams, 20-something episodes ago, 20-something weeks ago, I was actually playing Oblivion pretty regular. And, of course, there was weird things like I was wondering why I was so slow. But yeah, I noticed there were not that many mods for it, even though it's been around for ages. Guess it never quite got the support Skyrim did. Oh, Adna Emevrim Aiden, I can't pronounce things for no matter how hard I try. Why don't I use open cities? Well, let's see. I get enough crashes near in Riften as it is, so I don't need more performance load around there. It has massive numbers of compatibility issues. I know some big mods like Legacy of Dragonborn do have versions that support it, but some mods don't. So it's got massive compatibility issues and massive performance issues. To be honest, it really doesn't bother me at all. I actually like having that sort of security of the load screen, especially in Riften, because Riften likes to fucking crash. Oh shit, I've got to turn the music off. Derp. Oh, did I not turn it back? I don't think I turned it back on. Save. If you want me to get another fucking artifact.
Oh, you have? Another important artifact.
Oh, for the love of.
The hands of unscrupulous thieves, it would. Dinstagma's ring, which is a quite powerfully enchanted by the Silent Moon bandits. They have a hideout near Whiterun, which would likely house the ring.
Auryen, why?
It yet, that is.
Why won't you just accept my shit? I have loads of artifacts. Why don't you want any of them? Why do you want like these small, unimpressive artifacts like a ring? Auryen he must want me to suffer.
I need to ask. Good.
Won't happen again as I then proceed to shout off. I say there's no law against shouting, so they can't do anything. It's not hurting anyone. Might be hurting someone's eardrums, but not actually physically hurting anyone. Ooh, which Spectral 4, that's a good one. Where would I think would be great? I think Black Marsh, personally. Yeah, same as you. I think Akaviri is something that should remain mysterious and unexplored. But I would like to see Black Marsh, but I don't think it would ever happen. For the sole reason is that they can't populate it with mostly humans.
Hey, you mix potions, right?
Because, people don't. I've noticed people don't like beast races. I mean, just mentioning that you play as a beast race can get some people to scream out furry fag. To which I say, yeah, because you don't have some strange sexual fantasy. I mean, just because I'm playing a beast race doesn't mean I have sexual desires for it. But anyway, I don't think Black Marsh will happen, but it would be really interesting to go there, especially considering the whole Argonian invading Morrowind thing. I say it's worse than being I've forgotten what's the name now. Varnfell.
Where do you want to go?
In Morrowind. I mean, they were assholes to you, even if you were a Dunmer, because you weren't born and bred in Morrowind. So it's not like they can't do it. I just don't think they will. Because mainly because I don't think they would like the fact that they have to put beast races everywhere. So Same reason I don't think they'll ever do Elsewhere is for the same reason. Although, to be honest, would you want to go to Elsewhere? You'd probably walk into town and your pockets would be emptied immediately. Well, that would be funny to say. I mean, I just don't think that the Beast Race Kingdoms will happen. I'm thinking High Rock and maybe another one, because High Rock's a bit small, would be most likely. You know, place where humans are common and elves are common, and basically beast races aren't common. I mean, I just don't think it would happen, and I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 will happen for a while either, and that's unusual. I don't think I normally find bees. Giants. My urge to kill them is here and present. Oh, it's a wolf. It's no longer a wolf, it's a dead wolf. Oh. Oh. Perfect. It's fighting a Trololol. And it landed because of the Trololol. Everyone loves trolls. Troll did a good job surviving, to be honest. I say, I can't help but think it would be a double nation just like that. That's Spectral 4. I just can't see the next. Because let's face it, short of redoing Morrowind, you know, including the mainland, I just don't think there's that. All the really big land masses, apart from Black Marsh, have been done, and I don't see Black Marsh for the aforementioned reasons that they don't like beast races. Oh yes, I need to turn the music back on before I forget. Oh, giants must die. Jeez. I believe this dead saber-cat is always here. I believe it's always there. I don't think it despawns. I think it always comes back. Oh, you're not gonna die? I want my giant's toes. I want to make some expensive pote wings. Oh, it crashed. Skyrim likes to do that. Oh shit, I just noticed the time. I just noticed the time. Derp derp. Well, depending on when my last manual save was, otherwise it would be probably the Whiterun cut. So, Spectre 4, just while Skyrim reloads slowly, just checking it's actually loading. Yes, it is loading, there it goes. Sometimes I get a bit paranoid. No, it is responding. But, I say, I've just never really wanted to play ESO. Because to me, an Elder Scrolls game is very personal. You modify it to your exact tastes. I mean, that's part of the charm of them to me. You know, same with the Fallouts. I don't want like MMO-style features like raids, operations, or anything like that crap. Oversized environments. Basically, all the stuff like that. Oh, crap. I'll save that Whiterun then. But, I say, I just can't... And ESO also, because it's an MMO, has to have buttloads and buttloads of content that's debatably lore, you know, debatable for lore, just to fill out like raid rewards, operation rewards, flashpoint rewards, whatever the hell they're called it. And then the pay store, which again is not very Elder Scrolls. If I want something really badly in Elder Scrolls, I just console it to myself. Or I find it. I don't pay money for it. So I don't like like MMOs in general. There are 2 MMOs I actually play. Yeah. I say, there are 2 MMOs I actually play. Star Trek Online, which is very un-MMO-y, and mainly is because I'm a bit of a Star Trek nerd. So, and the other one is Star Wars The Old Republic, because it's mainly because I can't stand the group content in it. It's just insufferable, but the reason I play Star Wars The Old Republic is not for the gameplay, it's for the story. It's a BioWare game, so kind of the reason you play it is for the story and nothing else. That's the only reason I play that one. You know, and of course Star Trek Online, I play because I'm a Star Trek nerd, and it isn't very MMO-y. You can actually play a lot of the game without like ever grouping with anyone, and the group content is easy. You know, one good person can solo it if need be. So it's not like it's an issue. Oh, it must be like, okay, these stores are just closed for no reason. But I will save up because I ran out of time. Oh, I put myself into the sun so you can actually... Oh, the sun's so overhead I can't actually get a nice shot. Ugh. No. Also, I will just show off, just save up. And I will actually show off one. That's my main. Don't really need a better shot. And so that's some of my others. And you can see 2 Argonian. So that's the end of Skyrim. I'll be back again next week, same sort of time, sort of 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. roughly. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving me conversation, Spectral Thought. That's the end of the stream. Goodbye.